welcome to a special Pack Attack episode number 6 of
Brutal Battle. It has been years.
Yeah, a long time.
Many years, literally.
I don't even know if I've done a Pack Attack with you.
I don't know, but I looked up on the website, the last one that we did was, you'll remember these beers, the 6 Point Jammer Pack.
Yeah.
It was like, that's their Goza, and it was like the regular Goza, and then there were a bunch of other ones. And I think there were actually 5 different, or wait, no. I think there were 6 different ones. There's like 2 of each. Oh, wow. That was a lot of fun. And those were 12 ouncers.
Yeah.
So we got another one.
Those are the slim cans.
Yeah. Look like energy drinks. So this one is, I mean, you know the title if you're listening to this. These are 12 ouncers. It's Jack's Abbey, and they're out of Framingham, Massachusetts. We actually had their brownie batter donut framing hammer on the shelf episode very recently, and at the same time, when we were getting that, we kind of walked around to the area where they have all the beer packs, like the mix packs, because I like to just kind of pop in, and we haven't bought one in a long time because it's a lot of beer to buy at once, and especially if it's ABVs that are mid-range or higher. Like, I don't know how fast we're going to go through that. We don't want to do 4 of those beers in one episode typically, but I saw this one. Jack's Abbey just showed up to Maryland recently. We're big on lagers these days. That's what Jack's Abbey does, is solely lagers. And these are all pretty low ABV, so they're very easy. Low. Yeah, super easy to do in one episode. So it's 4 different beers, 3 of each in the 12-pack. This pack by Jack's Abbey is called Relax. It's Lager Time. They have a few different packs. This was the only one they had that was available for us, though.
Right.
So I don't know if it kind of like just changes seasonally. A lot of breweries do it seasonal changing, but yeah. So did you have anything else you wanted to say to start?
No, I don't think so. I think it was, we were like, oh, gotta get it.
It might be hard to rank these because they might be kind of similar, but and 2 of these beers we have had before. We had them when we were actually at the brewery itself 4 or 5 years ago. So we've had them before, and also those 2 I had again since. I couldn't wait for this episode. I actually drank 2 of them, because it's a real quick and easy beer to have. But okay, so the first one is one that we've had recently, and it is also the highest in ABV. And this one is their house lager.
Highest meaning what, Carlin?
5.2%.
Yes.
The highest of 4 is 5.2%. That's awesome. So this is their house lager. It's a golden lager is what they say at the top. They also put extra information on here, like it's 12.6 Plato and the IBUs is 18, which that's very low. Also, they say that it's unfiltered and unpasteurized. So just so people know. But you can easily do that with lagers and not have an issue with them exploding because there isn't like a bunch of extra
additives.
Yeah, well, there's not a bunch of extra sugar hanging out that could be fermented. So anyway, let's try this house lager at 5.2%. And I think, did I say it? 12 ounce cans?
All 12 ounce cans,
yeah. Yeah, all 12ers. Pour yours first. I'm not going to pour a lot to start, since we might be moving a little bit quicker, especially since they're, lower ABV. But if you need more, you just let me know. I'll pour it. Looks like a lager. It's slightly hazy, though.
Yeah, it is hazy. Yellow.
Yeah.
A little orangey.
Yeah, orange. Yeah, I'd say it's probably more towards orange than yellow for me. But men and women see colors differently, apparently. So
it's so honey.
Yeah, it's a lot of honey, a lot of hay.
Or straw.
I get a slight orange peel.
I can see that, sure.
Honey, straw, hay, orange peel. It smells really crisp and clean.
Yeah. It's kind of all I'm getting.
It's a little biscuity in the nose.
Okay.
Not a lot, a little biscuity. I feel like the longer I smell it and the deeper sniffs I take, the more of that like orange peel I'm getting. I mean, that obviously it's from the hopping.
Getting like I'm getting the honey, but I'm feeling like it's like honeysuckle, like a little floral.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
just so easy.
It's got a real grain-driven finish, which I think you like.
I like it.
You typically like that in beers. I'm kind of neutral on this one, but the grain aspect of it. But I'm getting that honey. I do think I'm getting that like honeysuckle that you were talking about on the nose.
I mean, it's one of those beers that tastes exactly how it smells to me.
Orange peel, but I'd say that orange peel is way more pronounced on the nose than it is in the flavor.
Yeah.
But yeah, hay, straw, honey,
I mean, it's
grain.
Exactly how it smells.
Very similar.
More grain on the taste than the smell, though.
Yeah, definitely.
It's good.
It's very clean. It's very light. It's good. This is a super easy sipper.
Great picnic cookout beer, I think.
Oh yeah, 100%. And just like an easy one when you just want to like sip on a bit of a beer. You don't want to like feel the alcohol. Just like a day after work or something. Just be like, I just want to kick back, drink 12 ounces, but not anything crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, rinsed our glasses. On to beer 2. This is one we've never had before, so I'm very interested to try this. Go ahead.
This one's called Ray Catcher. It is a lemongrass lager.
I don't know how lemongrass is going to be.
Yeah, I'm not big on lemongrass.
But I also trust Jack's Abbey, so...
This is kind of hard to read. This is also unpasteurized and unfiltered. It is 4.6%.
Yeah. Is there anything? I don't think there's anything else.
Nothing else. No.
Unless you want to give the Plato 11.5 and 16 IBUs. So it's a little less hoppy than the house lager.
Okay.
Which, still, that's very low hopping. All right. Pour you first. Yeah. It'll be very interesting to see how this lemongrass plays out here. Could be good, could be not good. I don't know. So
looks very similar in color,
but it looks a tad clearer.
Okay,
a little less hazy than the.
I feel like there's
house
more
lager.
head on this one.
I think it's like softer head. It's more like fine bubbles than the house lager that had more like large bubbles. Yeah, and like you swirl it up and it gets real frothy.
Very lemongrassy.
Oh yeah. But I think it also smells a lot like more crisp and clean than the house lager did. It
smells soapy to me.
Yeah, I can see that. Well, that's the lemongrass, I think.
Yeah.
Like lemongrass has that type of smell. It's like this kind of like weird soapy. Because it has like a bit of like a floral note to it and a slight citrus note coming together.
Yeah.
I get a little lemon in addition to lemongrass. A little honey. Definitely honey in there. Slight, like, hay note.
It's just hard for me to get past the lemongrass.
I think it smells good. I think it smells good.
I mean, it doesn't smell bad. I just don't know if I like that. I like the smell. I don't know if I like that smell in a beer.
I like it. I do like it.
The smell is more fragrant
than what the flavor, yeah,
which is not a bad thing in my opinion.
So for me, like the lemongrass like punches you real quick, like it's really aggressive and strong immediately, but it's like it's just a quick burst, and then it kind of like gets mellowed out by the bitterness in the beer and the honey notes and the straw notes.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff comes in afterwards to kind of like cleanse your palate a bit of the lemongrass itself.
And as you sip it more, it kind of mellows out.
I think it's good. Like, it's kind of one of those things where, like, I would equate this to something like the types of seltzer waters we drink with flavoring. Like, there are ones that, like, go really heavy on, like, being sugary and, like, heavy juice versus what we reach for, which is more of, like, something like Spindrift, if anyone has had that, or Waterloo is the other one we're into right now, where it's kind of like very subtle with the fruit flavors in there. That's what this is reminding me of when it comes to lemongrass. It's just very subtle.
Yeah. It's hard because like I don't like lemongrass, so for me I'm perceiving the lemongrass more. It's not as subtle for me.
I like it. I think it's tasting a little more like bready, biscuity.
Yeah, I could see that.
Than the house lager.
Oh, really?
Did.
I think the house lager was more bready.
You do?
Yeah. I feel like the house lager reminded me of a biscuit with butter.
I will say that the Ray Catcher has more body to it than the house lager does.
Yeah.
Like it's a little more viscous, but it's still not a lot because, it's a lager. But I like that. I think the lemongrass is good in there. Okay, so then moving on to the third one. This is another one that we've had before. And this is their post-shift. It's a Pilsner, 11.7 Plato, 30 IBUs, so really stepping up on the hops here.
Wow.
4.7% alcohol, also unfiltered, unpasteurized. And they have a little saying at the top that says, there will be no working during drinking hours.
Got it.
Yes. So, obviously, this is perfect for post-shift when you're done work.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think of the two that we had, the house lager and this post-shift, you had a taste of each one, and I think this is the one you liked more.
I don't remember.
It wasn't that long. It was like a week ago,
I know,
maybe.
but I still don't remember. I didn't, because I didn't have like a ton. I had like a little sip at
Right,
each.
yeah. Okay. So this is also orangey,
Yeah,
but it's kind of, this one's more yellow, towards the yellow than the other ones.
And it's hazier than the Ray Catcher.
Again,
But it's very similar.
it's got a lot of head to it. It's got a lot of larger bubbles, kind of like the house lager did. Mm-hmm. But yeah, okay. So smell.
I need to smell my shirt.
What do you? I'm gonna do the same, just to.
Clear out my sniffer.
I mean, it's got that very typical Pilsner yeast smell. Like you smell this and you're like Pilsner.
Yeah, it's very light on the nose though. It's not as fragrant as the house lager.
Yeah. Well, in comparison to the first two, it is more yeasty in the smell.
Yeah.
There's a really nice honey note. There's a very light lemon peel to it and a nice bitterness on the nose. I mean, it just smells like a nice, bright, easy drinking Pilsner.
I mean, there's that sweetness coming through.
Yeah, it smells great. Tastes really good.
Yeah, I like this more than the house lager. It's just like a little crisper for me.
Yeah, it's got like that snap at the end. Yeah, it's kind of it's very bright. It's a very bright beer. I think that extra hopping that the other two don't have is giving it a little more depth, a little more brightness in the flavor. There is like that lemon peel kind of coming out, almost like a tad bit of an oranginess to it as well.
There's
in the
definitely
flavor.
a lot of citrus.
Still, it's biscuity like the first two. It's really real crisp, clean, tastes very Pilsner-y. You can really taste that Pilsner yeast at work. It's a good beer.
Yeah, I like it a lot. It's just so perfect, like a 12 ounce. You can drink one on your own.
And is this, wait, so that's 4.7. Oh, so it's just 0.1 higher than the Ray Catcher.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
I like that. That's my favorite so far. Am I not supposed to say?
I mean, I guess you could do what you want, but like we're going to reveal it at the end what our lineup is.
I'll tease it.
Just start getting it in order in your mind right now.
I already have it.
I'm working on mine too.
I got mine.
Okay. All right, glass rinse, and we're on to the last one, which in comparison to the other three seems like the real wild card. Like this seems like the one that doesn't like fit as much with the group.
Sure. It is their blood orange wheat Radler, 4%.
We have really enjoyed some Radlers in our days. What are you looking for?
Just looking for anything.
Any extra info?
Anything extra, but nothing. It's just pretty much.
Oh yeah, this doesn't even have like the whole Play-Doh IBU thing either.
And it's yeah.
This is kind of funny. Malt beverage brewed with natural flavor and natural flavor added. I don't understand the difference there. Anyway, let's get into this. The lowest of the ABVs.
4%. That's crazy.
I see a color tinge.
Oh, I do too.
Pouring it out. Like it's
this
a little...
one's definitely like pinky.
Yeah, definitely
like,
looks that. I mean, blood
orange.
Blood orange.
So. Yeah, you can definitely...
Oh, yeah. It's like orange with a slight pink tinge to it. Almost like feels like... It feels like it's like the rosé of beers with the way it looks. Yeah. It's really clear, too. Oh, you can see through this one. Yeah. The other three you couldn't.
Yeah.
Is that
it's
a good
just
news?
Like so orangey.
Whoa.
It's just like punch you in the face orange.
Oh my gosh. Woo. It is.
And it's like that deep, like almost great. It almost tastes like a grapefruit.
Tastes or smells?
Smells.
Yeah, smells. I was like, wait, did you sneak a taste?
No, I didn't sneak a taste. That's what
because I wasn't paying attention.
It smells like grapefruit.
Well, yeah, I mean, being a Radler, they actually, like, add some juice to it, basically. Like, that's the whole thing with it. Like, they make the beer and then they add, like, straight juice. So, I mean, you would assume with Radlers you're going to get...
like a strong...
much stronger, whatever the fruit is in it. Yeah, you get a lot of blood orange. It does smell... It smells vibrant and really tasty.
And you can, like, I'm getting, like, the wheat characteristic, too.
Yeah. You definitely smell the wheat in there. Again, like the other beers, I'm getting a honey, like a nice sweet honey in there.
They all have like similar noses, but this one's like definitely very different with that blood oranges.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Agreed. I do get a lot of the blood orange, but I'm also getting what smells like the peel of it because there is that nice bitterness. Yeah. I mean, it smells really good.
It's just very easy to drink.
So the flavor is
a little
very
dull.
subdued.
Sure, yeah.
For what the smell is.
It's not like...
It was good.
It's juicy, but like it's not like... You can tell you're drinking a beer, though.
Yeah. It's kind of not quite that low level, but like I was talking about with the lemongrass, how like, you know, with the seltzers, like it's more of like a very low level flavor of the fruit in there. It's kind of reminding me of that, especially in comparison to the nose. But it's not as low level as the lemongrass is.
Sure.
But that makes sense because this one's a Radler and the Raycatcher's not a Radler.
I mean, these are all like great summer, easy drinking, cookout beers.
Yeah.
Mowing your lawn.
I get a good amount of the honey. It's kind of like going throughout the flavor.
I mean, it's definitely sweet. I mean, I think, you know, this could be a good intro beer for a lot of people too.
Yeah. And as I continue to drink it, that wheat aspect is getting stronger and stronger. And I'm down with it. How long has it been since we've had a wheat beer? Well, we did have Dreamweaver recently.
We did. Which
Trogu's
was very
Dreamweaver.
Tasty.
Yeah, that was nice to revisit. Because that's a beer from our past. Wasn't that the beer that got you into beer?
Yeah, sure was.
Yeah,
that was my first beer love. Okay, I'm putting these in order.
Yeah, go ahead. I was not knowing what way this blood orange one was going to go, but
okay,
I'm in.
Got my order.
So I have to. You can go ahead and do your order. I'm still gonna mull this over.
Okay, so my number 4 is the Raycatcher, which is a lemongrass lager. My number 3 is the blood orange wheat Radler. My number 2 is the house lager. And then my number 1 is the post-shift Pilsner.
Okay, so I still have 2 I need to take little sips of.
Oh, really? This is easy for me.
Oh, God, that is really good. Damn, that's good. I mean, I could potentially be the same order.
Really?
Yeah, I agree.
Same order.
Yeah. See, the only ones I was debating about were the Raycatcher versus the house lager. But after going back to that house lager, I don't know if it's because I had a bunch of other beers and like coming back to it somehow that's like making it taste even better. But like, I feel like the flavor is even more pronounced now in that house lager. It's really good. Yeah. But that post shift is definitely the winner for this one. But I'll drink all these, obviously.
I don't know if I'm going to drink the lemongrass.
I can house it on my own.
Yeah, you definitely can.
Good beers, man. This is a good pack, though.
Oh, it's a very good pack.
And like you were saying, like, outdoor, easy drinking. You know, it's perfect for on the go.
Yeah.
Perfect for on the go. Yeah, cool. So, thanks everyone. Do you want us to do more pack attacks? If so, are there certain packs you want us to keep an eye out for? Let us know, brutalbattlepodcast@gmail.com. You can get back episodes of the podcast. I was going to say back episodes of the episodes.
I know. I could tell you were going to say
You can
that.
get back episodes of the podcast at brutalbattle.com, where you can also see pictures of it, or you can go to archive.org, which is where the file hosting is, and search Brutal Battle. We've been doing this for like 11 years, so there's a lot to listen to. Instagram.
Brutal Battle Podcast.
And we're on Untapped.
Ruby Reb 62.
And I'm Carlton Malibu, all one word, spelled as it sounds. And then do us a favor, rate us and review us through whatever podcatcher you're using to listen. And iTunes helps the most. So if you're listening through something else, but you have an iTunes account, if you could just, do us a favor, go on there, give us a good rating, maybe leave a review, whatever. That'd be awesome. Also, word of mouth is a big thing. Just kind of spread the word. And, yeah. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We are going to enjoy finishing off these beers. And until next time,
keep it brutal.